you doing, guys? So I'm up in Scotland. I figured I'd take a few days up here and just do a little bit of car camping. Decided to set up a bed in the back of my car and just kind of do a little bit of a road trip around Scotland, do a few hikes, go and see a few spots that I've always kind of wanted to go and see just before like winter sets in again. It's not too bad, the weather at the moment. There's a bit of sunshine, but it does look like it's going to be a pretty wet one. But this weekend's pretty much the only weekend I've got off for the until next year now, really. So I figured I'd make the effort, get in the car, pack up a bunch of gear, and just spend a few days in the quiet and the peace and quiet of Scotland. I'm currently at the Devil's Pulpit, so I'm going to go ahead and check out that before I head up to Lomond. Plan on doing Ben Lomond tomorrow, so I'm going to camp around Lomond and then head up Ben Lomond tomorrow morning. So it should be a good adventure. Just stick with me. I don't quite know what I'm going to do yet. It's a bit spontaneous one. Got like a kind of loose plan, but we're just going to find out where we end up. I've got about 3 or 4 days, so it should be a pretty good adventure. Yeah, let's go check out the Devil's Pulpit. So I kind of climbed down the wrong side. I climbed down that when it's really supposed to be on the other side of the river and climb down some stairs. Where's the fun in that though, eh? I am going to go around there anyway, but yeah, bit of a misjudgment. Oh, these are steep. So I just stopped off in Balmaha for a quick rest. Just went down to the lake and had a little wander around there, and then went in the pub for a beer. It's nice being here. It was one of the villages that you pass through on the West Highland Way, and I just remember it being really nice. Went up to the top of I think it was called Conic Hill or something like that, Conic Hill, which was pretty hard work in a heat wave on the West Highland Way. And yeah, I think the day when I passed through here, I think I did a 25-mile day, something like that. So anyway, we're going to drive further down the lake and try and find a nice camping spot by the lake. If not, we're just going to wing it tonight anyway. But yeah, feels like I'm in Scotland now. It feels really nice. Dead excited. Let's get on the road again. So I'm hoping I've found a half decent spot for the night. It is on the overflow car park for Ben Lomond, so I'm hoping that no one comes round in a bit and closes the gate. I'm just gonna kind of hang around until it gets a little later and hopefully get away with it. Once it gets past about 12, I reckon there should be no problem, but you never know, do you? So yeah, there's a setup. Just a mattress cover folded over, sleeping bag, an extra quilt, couple of pillows. That's all my other crap. I have got my wild camping gear with me just in case I fancy doing a bit of wild camping, but tonight was a bit, yeah, it got dark real quick tonight, or else I would have maybe bolted off into the woods or even got up Ben Lomond and wild camped up there. But yeah, it's a big drive out here, and yeah, chasing daylight again this time of year. So that's the setup. Super simple, should be comfy enough, pretty stealthy. I'm going to throw some food on now. Well, it's not the most sophisticated meal in the world, but it'll do. Bit of steak, bit of chorizo, and some baby bell. Why not? It's better than nothing. So it's pretty amazing how many stars you can see when there's no light pollution around. It's absolutely teeming with them up there. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, just sat here with a beer and a bit of music, just watching the stars. Keep seeing like shooting stars going across, or satellites or something. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna head up Lomond now. Just having a bit of breakfast. I'm gonna fill up my water bottle at the toilets and stuff like that. Yeah, it looks pretty murky today, but it should be alright once we get going. I've got my waterproofs on, got my waterproof pants on, and yeah, I don't know what the views are going to be like, but I'm going to go hike up Lomond. Hopefully we'll get some views partially the way up anyway, all the way down the lake, so should be nice. It's a very murky morning. I woke up this morning thinking it was still 5 o'clock. It's not really got much lighter, and it's about 9:30 now. So yeah, pretty murky morning. Looks like the trail so far up to Lomond is pretty cruisy. Nice even path. Just gonna yeah, take my time. Got all day. Absolutely crazy views up here. Crazy views. Oh my god, so beautiful. Yeah, all the way to the other side of Loch Lomond I can see some of the islands and stuff. Does show how far I have to drive back around to get to the other side of the loch though. It's crazy because this side it dead ends at like a hostel. I'm not sure there's another way around because yeah, it just turns into the West Highland Way and just follows the contours of the lake, so you do have to actually drive back round to get to the other side. So sadly the views have gone. It's pretty much clouded out now. I think I'm about 3/4 of the way up, which isn't too bad. Done that in about an hour, so should be about 2.5 hours to the top, hour and a half back down, something like that maybe. So yeah, pretty decent hike, nice paths. It's just nice being out and about, but it's a shame about the views because the views from the top of here are supposed to be spectacular. Views all the way down the other side of the lake, all the way back to Dryman, but can't win them all, especially this time of year, so keep trapping on. I'll try and show you interesting stuff if I can, but yeah, there's plenty more to come. Still got like 3 days, so I'm sure we'll get a clearer day further down the trails. So it just looks like one little steep bit until you get to the summit now, and then I think I can go all the way around and do kind of a loop and then come back along the West Highland Way back to the car. I'm just going to have a snack just to help get me up this hill, get me around the rest of it. I've got a bit more food if I need it as well. bit of a drink. I've not seen anyone all day apart from one guy coming down, and there's a guy coming up on the back now. I thought he'd have caught me by now, but he's actually only just catching me now. Anyway, so have a little snack and then get to the top. It's a bit windy now. So I made it to the top of Ben Lomond. Zero views all around, sadly, but it's a nice hike. Pretty easy actually, easier than I thought it'd be. Yeah, I'm just going to carry on down, join the West Island Way at the bottom and walk back to the car now. But apparently it's pretty steep the other way, so maybe next time I come up here I'll go up the steeper way. So I've not been filming much because it's been absolutely battering down. I do film on my phone, I don't want it getting like water behind the lens or anything like that, so not really filmed much. It's kind of eased off a bit now, so it's quite nice, but yeah, I'm absolutely sodden, so hopefully I'm going to find a nice pub with a nice fire burning or something to dry off, get a bit of food. So this section I'm walking on now is part of the West Highland Way, and I just bumped into a couple of lads. They sound like they were French or something doing it. Had a little talk with them, give them a little bit of advice for further up, because they're not going as far as I did on this stretch of it, but yeah, it does get a bit kind of obstacle coursey. That's the word that I always use, like an obstacle course, like for about 17 miles, all like on the contours of the lake. So yeah, just give them a little bit of a warning because they've got massive packs on the back, and yeah, it does wreck the knees, that section. Morning guys, so a little update as to what happened yesterday. Basically, when I was in Tyndrum, I managed to slash my tyre. Luckily there was a hotel pretty close by, so I just booked in there for the night. And hopefully I've got someone to come and change my tyre this morning, but I've just been kicked out of the hotel because I obviously overstayed my welcome. And now I'm kind of lying in the car park. It's absolutely bouncing down outside as well. It's horrible weather. I don't think I've ever seen weather this bad for a long time. So yeah, just gonna wait for this guy to hopefully come and change my tyre. This is all based off just a phone call, by the way. There's no like proof that he's actually gonna come. I could actually be stuck here and then have to get someone else to come out. But hopefully he'll be here in the next hour or two. Get it sorted out and then get back on the road. I don't know where I'm going to go though. This weather is absolutely dire. I might go for a whiskey tour or something. Who knows? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, it's not quite going to plan at the moment. Right, so because of the little mishap that we had with the wheel, I've just stopped off at Bridge of Orkney, which is behind me. And I'm going to do kind of a section that I already did on the West Highland Way, but it's kind of like a loop, goes round, it goes through like a really beautiful bit. Should take about 2.5 hours, nothing crazy. And then I might actually stay here for the night because it's pretty nice here. It's right by the river, there's some benches. Looks like there's fire pits as well. We'll see about that. And then tomorrow I'll head over to Glen and I fancy doing that pretty big hike up into the hidden valley and stuff like that. So we'll hopefully get to do that as well. Plus the Bridge of Orkney pub is pretty good. I won't mind having a beer and a chill after this little walk. So let's go. I'll show you some of that. If you do fancy watching my West Highland Way video, it's a pretty good one, much better weather than I'm having today anyway. So yeah, definitely check that one out. It's one of my favourite adventures I've done so far. They must have done some tree felling since the last time I'd come this way, because last time you were walking through beautiful woodland. But yeah, it looks like they've got rid of all the trees. It's a lot more open. Nice views everywhere, definitely, but yeah, it's just weird how stuff changes in the span of a year. Well, maybe a little longer than a year now, but yeah, things are always changing. The pub wasn't open. Oh well. It's a nice little walk over here anyway. I'm just going to walk back this way, follow the lock, and there's always Bridge of Orkney pub, like I say, right by where I'm going to camp tonight. So it'll be nice. Yeah, it's really beautiful around here. Really beautiful. It's not even like the wildest parts of Scotland. Still quite a few people about, but yeah, it's nice. I feel pretty bad because all these camper vans have turned up and they've got no like nowhere to park, because I'm parked in like the prime spot in my little Vauxhall Astra estate. It's crazy. Oh well, first come first served, eh? Morning guys, so I had a decent night's sleep, really nice little spot that I was in, nice flat ground, wasn't too cold last night, it was yeah, good night's sleep. So this morning I've decided head to Glen, and I'm going to do the Lost Valley loop today. It's one that I've seen other people do, it looks really nice, it's absolutely stunning anyway, Glen, isn't it? Anywhere you go. I was going to do can't remember the name, the mountain with the funny name as you come into Glen, but I don't know, I think this one's more like a valley walk and there'll be more to see if the clouds run in, so I decided I'll do this one, save that one for another time. There's so much to do around here anyway, so yeah, take this one off today. It's not too bad so far, the weather, but we don't want to jinx it, do we? We'll see what happens. just the perfect time of year to be hiking, to be honest. Like, I know it's kind of raining and a bit wet, but like the temperature going uphill is nice. I mean, I get pretty warm anyway, but yeah, it's just nice temperature this time of year. Not too hot, not too cold. Right bang in the middle. Optimum climbing weather. So it's been pretty steep so far. Probably about halfway up, and there's this gorgeous waterfall. Wow. It is. You can tell why this is one of the most, like, one of the wonders of the world, really, this area. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I know you get like bigger mountains in the Alps and stuff like that, but it's just, it kind of oozes history around here. You can tell, like, you can feel the history. It's beautiful. I love it. So I'm nearly at the top, but the clouds have moved in for the day, which is a bit of shit, to be honest. Because the views over towards Lomond and Glen, absolutely stunning behind me, and I'm sure they're absolutely stunning looking over towards King's House and stuff like that, but you can't win them all. Yeah, I'm going to see how dodgy it is up here. It shouldn't be too dodgy. If it gets scrambly and slippy, though, it might not be the best idea, but yeah, looks like we're at the top of the first mountain pretty much, and then it looks like there's one more, and then you head back down. But it's a pretty long walk. I think it's about 6 hours this, so we're about 2-3 hours in maybe, so about halfway. Anyway, let's crack on. Yeah, so I'm at the top of one of the peaks, just one more. Nice bit of a scramble up there, that was quite fun. Then the next one's a bit of a scramble too, and then it's on the way down. Yeah, nice hike so far, nice challenge for sure. Definitely feels like Scotland anyway. Good stuff. Not gonna lie, I'm a bit gutted there's no views up here today. Because I imagine them being absolutely stunning. Like, oh, it's so beautiful up here. It's just such a beautiful area. But I think it's one that I'd definitely do again. Saying I've not finished it yet, but I think already it's one that I'll do again. It's one to show off to your mates, isn't it? It's like, yo, go do this one. Some waterfalls and some big views. Yeah. But 214 Morton Munros, a lot. And they've all got pretty good views, so yeah, crazy. I need to get up to Scotland more. I really do. Or move here. One of the two. So I've made it to the top of the last summit on the planned route, but further down apparently there's one more summit that I might do. Depends how I feel when I get there. It's just a nice ridge walk now, and then goes back down. But yeah, we'll see about that other summit. There's nowhere over there actually, and it's so close. I'm tempted to do it as well, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe just stick to what I planned today, but it is really tempting because it's like there and the one's not too far through too. We'll see. So I'm just heading down now into the Lost Valley. Really steep and slippy down this way. Really steep. But yeah, Lost Valley looks real pretty. I think that's where I've seen this on videos, the Lost Valley. I assumed what I was walking up before was it, but it's a nice surprise at the end of the hike. Anyway, better concentrate, eh? Last bit, and this bit's slick as hell. Just slipped and landed on my rib a little bit, but it's alright. I don't think it's broke or anything. It's just slippy. So I booked in a hotel just for the night, just to have a nice relax. It's my last night anyway. It's alright, there's a nice view, but it's obviously dark now, isn't it? And I treated myself to some Lomond 10-year, which is I tried it in the pub in Tinderham. It was tasty, so just having one of them now as well. And then I'll probably bob out to Fort William Centre, get a bit of food. It'll be nice. Yeah, last night now. Nice and chill. Gonna slowly head back tomorrow, I think, because I've got a lot of admin to do. Anyway, I'll catch you tomorrow because I'm just gonna have a nice night to myself. So I'm just slowly going to make my way back home now. Like I say, tomorrow I've got quite a few things I need to sort out. But just going to stop off at a few places on the way. Just in Kinloch Leven now, which is another spot on the West Island Way that I stayed and I did that. I'm just going to go to this waterfall that I know about. Should be a lot faster flowing and crazier than it was when I last come here. It's the amount of rain, so it should be pretty spectacular. Anyway. Hello, dude. Well, I'm coming to the end of my trip. It's been absolutely lovely. I love Scotland. Even when the weather's bad, it's still absolutely stunning. The whole popping my tyre thing, it put a bit of a dampener on things for like a half a day, but we got back on track, didn't we? Yeah, I'm glad I stuck around. Really beautiful. Just every time you come to Scotland though, there's always more that you want to do. Like, it's just scratching the surface. Little trips like this, I think I do feel like jealous of these tourists that come for a good 2-3 weeks and tick off pretty much everything in one go. Like, yeah, we tend to just come on like long weekends and spend most of it driving. But yeah, one day we'll go a little bit further than Fort William, eh? Cairngorms, here I come. Anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts for this trip. I hope you really enjoyed it as much as I did. Hope I showed you some cool sights. I'll leave you with a few more shots of stuff as I'm going home, but I think that's all you're going to hear from me now. Like and subscribe, and give me a follow if you enjoyed this, and don't forget to watch my West Highland Way video, because it's actually not that long, and it shows off this area in gorgeous heat wave sunshine. So yeah, give that a watch. Catch you in the next one, guys.